Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hold up, we've got something on Discord happening. Wait. How's chat doing? Welcome in, guys. David, welcome in over on the YouTubes. We've got Corpo, Empasa, Shockwave, Kata, Tommy, Black Onyx, Fabs, good morning. Hamlin, Tat, Awesome Hawk, Kerubo, hello from Spain, my friend. Redlock, hype, indeed, man. We're so close. One more day. Good morning, Mr. Villain, Tricker, Mr. Miyagi, and Vasu. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We literally have one more day to go. There's something going on with Discord, and it's not actually showing the stream for some reason. Notification is not going on. No idea why. How you guys doing? Taking the missus out for a date night tonight to apologize for the week of non-stop gaming. Good man. Hello, Mr. Pet Value. Paul, True Prodigy. Welcome in, guys, over on YouTube as well. Lovely to have you guys. Yeah. All right. Let us see what's happening here. I have something beautiful to show you. You guys watching? Look at that. One day. Isn't that beautiful? One day, dude. Tomorrow's stream is going to be a couple of hours. Easy. Easy. Damn. I am so hyped up. Everything is set. I'm a little bit late, Chad. Just to let you know, I'm a little bit late. And this is going to be an extremely small stream. It's going to be a short stream. I gotta chill and rest up for what's going to happen over the weekend. We've got a big-ass subathon, big-ass giveaway, big-ass launch. So I'm not going to be sleeping for 3 days, 2 days, whatever. So it's going to be a shorter stream today. I had to fix everything for the subathon and the giveaway today. And I think I'm all set and done. Give me a second. Discord does not want to catch up. All right, there it is. Fixed for now. Band-Aid fix. Band-Aid fix. Did you get your loot filter completed? We're going to have time to complete it. I do have it here, yeah. I did do a couple of changes. I think we're good. Elastis, I think we're good. I'm gonna tune this down all the way to regular at some point. For the league launch, but we're waiting for them to fix everything, bro. Even if I have it ready, we need to wait for the new stuff to get in, and they're saying that they're going to do that a couple of hours before the league launch, so we have tomorrow also to fix it. So yeah. Good morning, afternoon, Mr. Saul. Morning. Athelos, how you doing, bud? Welcome in, everybody. Celestina, hello there. I'm doing groceries for 2 weeks today. No sleep, bros. Let's go. And Monster, let's go. I can't wait to actually get going on the new Monk. Same. I don't know if you're still working on it, but gear was missing for endgame ice on MOBA. Yeah, still working on it. Actually, it's something that I can fix, but it's going to be very similar to the other one. And yeah, we could do that. Oh shit, we actually hit 1K. Let's go, dude. 1K follows on the monk guide. Let's go. What a nice number. Been checking your guides, preparing myself for first time playing POE. Nice. Besides the first skill, do we upgrade the other ones as we get gems? Example given, Twister. Yeah, but you want the prime one to be the first one that you prioritize, man. When is the giveaway? Tomorrow it starts. The giveaway starts tomorrow. All the information, you can find it on Discord. If you haven't entered the giveaway, make sure that you do. Here's the link. There it is. Just click on that link, enter our Discord, go to the giveaway thingy, and participate if you haven't. And the same goes for YouTube's. It's today and tomorrow are the last days, because if we hit the first milestone and we pick the first winner, the giveaway ends, which means the winners are only going to be picked by the pool of names that are already in. You're not going to be able to enter once it ended. Luminous Cow, thank you so much for using your Prime over here, man. I really appreciate it. Are you planning to do WA or Ice Strike for the transition from Stormwave and also early endgame? Transition from Stormwave and early endgame, I am most probably going Whirling Assault first. It's going to be the easiest thing to scale, and then probably Ice Strike is going to be my main later on. Hello, Mr. Poker. Toffee, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Yeah, so the filters is working perfectly fine. I don't think there's anything here that's going to affect us in any way. No idea why these are like this. Oh, this hides everything? No, I don't want it to hide. Good, that's why I had it on. All right, we're going to have all of these on. And last time that we tried this, Filter Blade was a little bit wonky, so we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep doing stuff. I want to see... Where's my guide? Where's the gear? Gear for Ice Strike, you said? Yeah, the gear for Ice Strike... I mean, it's going to be almost the same shit, bro, right? So, for example, Ancestral Tiara. Let's look at that. Let's do that real quick, since we want it fixed and done with. I mean, everything is going to be speculations, bro. But thanks for letting me know. So we're going to do Tiara, Ancestral Tiara. We want to do Resistance, for sure. At a high tier. We want to do Crit as a suffix. Critical... Hit chance, for sure. At a high tier. What else? Yeah, attributes is not it's not bad. Increased energy shield. Oh, this one I'm gonna need to. Yeah. I'm gonna need to change that. So it's not gonna be the Ancestral Tiara. We have got to find the POE2 DB one. Wait. Modifiers. EVES is what we're going to need here. Evasion, energy shield, that's correct. Helmet, baselines. What is it? Faradon is a better one. Grinning Mask is not bad. Soaring Mask is not bad. Good morning, Mr. Yuko. Welcome in. Why is there no Twister 2241? You could take it if you want to. You can take it, but we're transitioning to Stormwave. It's much easier at 22, but you can take any of the starter builds all the way to the end. It's those three, yeah. Grinning. Sure, we're going to put Grinning in there instead. Grinning Mask, then we're going to do increased evasion and energy shield. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Then maybe attribute, sure, whatever. This is going to be perfectly fine. I saw in your build to not level the skills further, but it's just for Whirling Slash, right? All the others, we level up as soon as we are able to. Yes, with the priorities. That's right, Bulkai. We don't want to level up Whirling Slash. That's the only one you want to... keep low. We are getting closer, yeah. We are indeed. All right, grinning mask, and I think I'm gonna do the exact same thing over on this one because both of them are gonna lose subterfuge mask, right? Grinning mask, increased evasion and energy shield, as high as we possibly can get this shit in. Let's do tier 3 is fine. I'm gonna keep it like this and save it like that. Okay, good. Then we have flat evasion, energy shield. Evasion and energy shield, not increased. Evasion. Oh, is it 2? 2 evasion and 2 energy shield. Two evasion and energy shield again. All right, this is perfectly fine as well. Good. Next, we have the sleek jacket. Sleek jacket. Here, you could get whatever. You could get resistance. Here, you can get deflection if you want to, and another resistance. We could do lightning for this one. Then here, we could do increased evasion plus energy shield. 2 evasion. Yeah, something like this. And then we're going to add sockets. We're going to do the iron runes for now, and I'm going to change them whenever we see that there are better options. Greater iron. Greater iron. All right, there. Let me just update this. How many hours until 0.5? Good question. There it is. 28 hours, man. 29, almost. Almost. I've got no names. Welcome in, everybody. Just letting you guys know, it's a little bit of a late stream, and it's going to be an insanely short stream. Because I had to set up everything for tomorrow's Subathon and giveaway and stuff. And I want to rest up. Just letting you guys know, yeah? I got a question. If I go Twister build for the early game, what level to transfer to Eye Strike Hollow Palm? When you say early game, what do you mean, Turok? Like, this is the earliest that you can switch, the one that I have in the guide here. So if you want to go Twisters 1 to 22, you could do Stormwave. If you don't want to do Stormwave, you want to skip this, then just go 41 Eye Strike. If you see at 41 that you're doing amazingly fine with Twisters, keep it going. Is today the day that bows and Twisters get nerfed? Let's see. Let's see. Is it that much worse that you don't even think about it? That you don't even think about it? No, bro. It's not that. As I said, I repeatedly said that if you guys want to take any of these builds, you can definitely go for campaign. Dimitri, all 4 of these builds can get to the campaign very, very easily. You can go through the campaign, I mean, very, very easily. They're really good. I don't have space in this guide to include another 4 guides for the entire campaign. Answers my question? Beautiful, man. Excellent. Well, this is wrong. All right, let's quickly update this real quick. Final adjustments here to the guide. That's 27. Yep. And then today is 28. Updated the helmet for Whirling Assault build because of Subterfuge Mask nerf. Also, by the way, Sinister, welcome in, bud. Demalius, how you doing, bud? Hello, hello, hello. Happy launch eve. Yeah. Thanks for your Monk Grenade build. Try different starters, Monk, and that one only really worked in Act 1. Nah, it's really good for the whole campaign, to be honest, man. It's really, really good for the whole campaign. Updated the helmet. updated all gear pieces for Eye Strike build. All right, I'm going to keep that in there. Symbian, what's up, everybody? Tabletop. Regalian, hello. I wonder if they're going to wipe our old progress. They will. All of your characters have been transferred to standard already. So when the league launches, you can keep playing your standard characters that you currently have, but you're not going to be part of the new league. You're going to have some new features, but you're not going to be part of the new league. Every new league, we all start from zero. How about the point build? It's not from me, it's from Mobalytics. So my guide is already compatible with Mobalytics, obviously, since it's here. Well, so what they're going to do is they're going to add a button that you're going to be able to click and import into the game. Simple as that. 11 months in a row, Mr. Cynical. W, dude. Thank you so much, brother. Can you share what cosmetic set you use for your main Eye Strike monk? Yeah, it's called Stormborn. Frigid Stormborn set is what I'm using. Several people switch to HPT Stormwave Charge Staff when you unlock HPT at level 22. Thoughts on this? That's literally what I'm doing. That is literally what... I don't know who the many people are, but a lot of people usually would advise you to start at level 14 with Holopalm. If I remember correctly, I'm one of the only ones that I personally know that was telling people to start at level 22 because it makes more sense, even though people want to start earlier because it's hype to go Holopalm. 100%. Level 22. I've always been a late bloomer to Holopalm technique since point 1. Not point 1, but point 3 whenever they brought Holopalm. 22 is the way to go, man. 100%. Learning thermodynamics is easier than this. We're here, man. We're here to help each other out. Don't worry about it. I'm doing amazing, Python. Thank you for asking, bud. What about yourself? How are you guys doing? I want to finish up with some of these things here. Because today's stream is short, as I said, and I want to try and get done with the important stuff. And also play a little bit with the Eye Strike. Quick slip. Let's do the quick slip. All right. I need to focus up, chat. I need to be able to provide you guys with some basic gear. Quick slip. Movement speed. Resistance would be good here. Deflection could be good here. And yeah, don't worry about the rest. That's fine. What do I have? 35 is fine as well. Cold damage. How do I put this? Adds cold damage, not frenzy. Gain. Yeah, this is the gain that's going to be converted to spells. Cold damage to attacks. Is that the one? It is the one, right? It is the one, yep. Alright, this is a must-have. This is definitely a must-have, especially as an Eye Strike. Then we want to do attack speed. Increase attack speed. What's the attack speed on this? Attack speed would be good. Let's just do melees first. So let's do to melee. Is it levels or what? Level of all melee skills. There we go. And we're going to do +2. This is a must-have as well. Have you watched the video GG released yesterday on some of the new skills coming? The Kalguran ones, Cynical? Is your filter updated with the new bases? No, because the platform that we're creating the filter didn't even update them. So nobody has them updated, I don't think. As long as they're working with Filter Blade. Ronaray starting Hollow Palm at 23. His build is extremely similar to yours, but not quite. Well, yeah. You're always going to have similar builds, man, for sure. He likes 23, I like 22. It is what it is. It's one level. It's okay. Attack speed. I think it's going to be attack speed here for the onslaught. Then we could do critical. Yeah, critical damage bonus is going to be nice here. Critical damage bonus converted into flat crit is going to be a must-have. Then Arcane Surge as a... Yeah, this is also going to be a must-have. I'm going to keep the other two open, actually. Yeah, so this is going to be Prio. Hello? There. That was the video I was talking about. Yeah, it was great, man. It was good. I don't necessarily know if there's any skills of the ones that they featured that we'll be using. Did they feature them all? I don't think they did, right? Would you suggest Mule Huntress to get spears and a couple of gems to start, then switch to Monk? Matthew, yes, but only if you do it the other way around. Only if you do a Monk first, kill Miller. If you drop a spear, don't worry about a Mule. Keep going. You only give a shit about the spear, because if you're going to go with a Twister, you only need Twister and Whirling Slash. That's all you need. If you don't drop a spear, then you can go ahead and quickly do a Huntress. Is this where I need to be as a brand new player wanting to try this new Monk tomorrow? 100%, man. Yeah, for sure. I do have a guide that you can follow, and you can import it into the game whenever they publish this new feature with a button that POE2 is doing. And you have 4 different league starters, and this is insanely detailed. Every single little tab here is a completely different build, and it's progression. So 1 to 22, you have 4 options. At 22, you have 1. And if you don't like this one, you can keep going with these 4 until level 41. Then you have 2 options, and then endgame you're going to have 2 options as well. And you can import all of these. How can we use your filter? You can type the filter command, and it's going to show you my profile, and then you just follow it. So if you use, let's say, filter command like this, you're going to get this link. You click on that link. It's going to get you to my account of the official POE2 website. Like this, you're going to see only one filter because I deleted all of them, so you don't mistakenly click on them. There are already 166 people following this. All you got to do is just click on follow, and whenever I upgrade shit, you're going to get it upgraded, and that's it. Resistance here is also going to be good, obviously. What did I click? Suffix, elemental, resistance. That's going to be fine. Yeah, I'm going to keep these 2. And whatever you guys find, you find it. It's okay. Damage 2. Increase attack speed. Do they already have that one in? They do. Okay. Resistance. We do fire resistance at a higher tier so you understand what's happening. Then we're going to do here increased attack speed. That's pretty low. So let's do tier 2. Then the whirling assault, I saw a mistake here. Tier 2. That's fine. These are fine as well. Wait, when did I... Oh, it's leeching. Okay, you might need leeching in here, but we need to see. Damage to attacks. We could do whatever. Lightning is fine. Increase attack speed on the gloves as well. Would be cool to see. Yeah, this is fine. Pearlescent, we're going to do anointment. We don't know yet. Did I add this as subterfuge? I did. So I'm going to do overwhelming strike for now. Just so you guys have an option there. I haven't decided yet. But I'm just going to add that there because I think it's a good option for now. But we're gonna look into it and see. Gonna start Monk Grenade or Plant Druid as with my testing. Those were best Act 1 builds as that don't require any good gear. True. Monk Grenade is insane. Monk Twister is also insane. Pretty good choices there, bro. Alright. Maximum energy shield, evasion, global defense. Maximum energy shield is good. Increased evasion is good here. Is it increased evasion or increased maximum evasion? What is it? Increased evasion rating. And then increased global. Hello, Loophole. Hello, everybody, chat. Hello, hello. Global defense. I mean, yeah. Isn't the increased global defense is from the essence, I think. Global is getting changed. What feels better, grenades or twister? Have you had any practice with grenades? If the answer is yes, then probably grenades. If no, then probably twister. Is there an option or type of play for hardcore martial artists you recommend? Yeah, you're going to focus more on the defenses. You're going to be perfectly fine with any of those builds, I would say. Eye Strike is going to be okay. Probably Whirling Assault is going to be safer for hardcore. But I would definitely recommend you to look into the Way of the Mountain notable from the martial artist first, because if you're going to go with something that stuns or freezes, you're going to immobilize the enemies, therefore you're going to increase your defense even more. So for hardcore, it's going to be really good. To specify increased armor, yeah, it mentions all three. Yeah, it's changing, not dramatically, not to the point that we cannot add it here. I'm still going to add it here. I think we're perfectly fine. I think this is it. This is the gear that we're going to go for. I think we're perfectly fine. Yeah, we're perfectly fine here. If I were to add... Yeah, I'm going to keep it like this. I'm not going to add a weapon. There's too much guessing with a weapon. But, who is this? Eye Strike. Priority is wrong. Gloves needs to be first. Body armor needs to be second. I'm going to go for the rings next. And the amulets next. Then helmet, boots, belt, whatever. Okay, this is perfectly fine. There it is, fully updated. Wait, I just got something new here. What the hell is this? Theme purple midnight. Oh, I see. Okay. So this is dark mode. Cool. Account connection profile appearance. Yeah, okay, that doesn't help the guide in any way. You know what I would love to do? I would love if I managed to get access and mobilytics to colors. It would be so much easier if I could color shit so you can see what's happening. Oh, wait, look at this. Download build file. This is new. Build planner export. So wait. I'm going to do it now. I don't know how it works. The Path of Exile 2 build planner integrates skills, equipment, passives, and ascendancies directly into your game client. Follow these steps to use this creator guide. Download the point build file from this page. Save it to your PC folder, this. Open the in-game build planner and select your imported build. It's not gonna, it's not gonna work. No, I'm not gonna do all of this. I'm gonna do it at League launch so I can test it for all of you. But I don't know if this is like an option that they're just testing, because how are console players gonna do this shit? I gotta ask. Let me just message Mobalytics real quick. Give me a second. Okay. I messaged them. We're just going to wait now. I messaged Mobalytics so I can ask a couple of questions. I gave them like 3 or 4 questions that I can think of right now, and we're just waiting for the answers, guys, okay? I'll let you guys know. The price checker, yeah, me too. We'll add like filter via website at a later date. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Because this seems easy, but it's not going to be easy for everyone. Is Ingenuity better than Headhunter for this build? No. Not really. It's good. Headhunter is really good, but I'm not going to expect you guys to have Headhunter in the beginning. I'm not going to put Headhunter here for a starter endgame build, right? I'm going to keep it chill. Yep. If you get it, beautiful. All right, so this is done. So since now we have the build guide stuff, I might as well just type notes, because I don't see any other place to add notes apart from the gear. Is that right? Trade? How do I add notes? Edit? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. Wait. I'm going to ask that question as well. What happens if someone adds the build file and then I update the build? Okay, added that in the list of questions. Yeah, okay. Well, let me see. Is there anything else? I think that's it. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. What will happen with all of these notes? I guess you're never going to be able to see them. I guess To be completely honest, I really like the fact that you can import the build, but I do believe that people are simply, again, gonna alt-tab into the build so they can read stuff. All right, so where can I add notes? Here, note. +6, what? To level of all, hello, level of all melee. So it has a choice for show all notes and everything. So, okay, I don't know if this is going to break it. So let me just save the option that I just added. And I'm going to start writing notes for you guys. Whatever notes I can at this point. I mean, for level 1, what the hell do I write? Are you going to speed run or take it slow? I'm going to be in the middle of those two things. I definitely want to go prioritize endgame. Crafting masterclass before 0.5? No. I'm going to do one after 0.5. When we get all the information, instead of guessing half of the things. I'm going to have a... I'm going to restart my crafting podcast. I think the build plan is a lot better for endgame builds when you just want to copy the tree without breaking your neck on the second monitor for all tabbing 100%. True. John's over. Thank you very much for the tier 1, bud. Welcome in. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hello there, you sexy beast.
To get it first if possible. Yeah. We skip the first warm quest in the cave after the first camp, right? Yep, you can. You can, for sure. Some people like to do that because you get extra items. At League launch, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's true, Nachin. Really true. Ready for tomorrow. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. All right, so, what is this? Glacial Cascade. I'm going to give you notes. And as far as I saw the notes, you're not going to be able to read too much into this. You have a podcast coming up with Try, correct? On Sunday. Sunday, in the middle of our Subathon. I have everything prepared and whatever, so should be good. I mean, prepared as an overlay. We're not going to interrupt our Subathon or whatever. It's gonna be live for both of us. I think we're just going to collaborate for the podcast. It's going to be cool. I'm a beginner. Do you have any videos on how to start with Monk Twister? I was thinking of starting with bow and then moving on to palm. So, Felipe, I don't have a video, but you just said 3 different skills, 3 different weapons. If you want to start with a Twister, you can follow my guide right here. I have all the details that you need for Twister. If you want to go for bows, that has nothing to do with Twister. That has to do with lightning arrow or bow abilities. I have a guide for that as well, in the same guide, the second tab. You just go there. And yeah, at level 22, you're going to scale into Hollow Palm with Stormwave, and you're good to go. So yeah, I do have a video that you can find in here, in the guide. But yeah, here's the guide, man. Monk. There it is. You just type Monk as a command. Corey, what's up, dude? Good morning. I'm blaming Icy. Yeah, he's sending me some crazy-ass videos lately. Which one of the starters will you do? Glacial, Twister? No, I'm going to do grenades. My plan, chat, is grenades 1 to 22. Stormwave at level 22. Whirling Assault at level 41. Whirling Assault plus bells for the endgame. In the middle of the endgame, somewhere around tier 8, 9, 10, I'm going to transition to my final build. Super Saya, 1-tap build, Ice Strike. I know, Miniava. Tell me about it. All right, right. Let's not get distracted. I need to write notes for you guys in here. The hell do I write? check the vendor consistently for a better weapon. If you are closing in on level 22, don't worry about it too much since we will go for HPT. I think mostly these notes are for like guidance and reminding you of shit, right? I think that's the best thing that we could do here for the notes, correct? On gear, is there anything, can I add the notes here? I cannot even add notes to the skills. So the gear is the only thing that I can add notes for you guys. Oh shit, they added quest rewards. Oh my god. Holy mobalytics. Holy shit, bro. I have more work to do. I didn't even see this. Holy shit. Thank you, Klima. What's up, dude? Welcome in, my legend. Wait, I just saw these. I was giving you the actor rewards priorities here. I didn't even see they added a whole section for it. Holy. Are we supposed to have more notes somewhere? All right, good. I'm asking all the questions. Holy shit. All right, bro. Oh my god. All right, check the vendor consistently for a better weapon. If you're closing in on level 22, don't worry about it too much since we will go HPT. That's good. Lower level. Something like this. Get yourself some offensively good gloves with armor base for Act 1, damage, attack speed, anything. Okay, boots. If you find move speed. Oh! Gifted Subaronis from ASJ. Thank you so very much, dude. Thank you for the 5. I think my boy ASJ just came in from YouTube just to gift the 5. Thank you so much, dude. If you find movement speed, then perfect. Otherwise, you can go for res, life, and any other utility. Focus on armor base for Act 1. Where's POE2 DB? Here. Armor base for... Yeah, you're right. Focus on armor base for Act 1. Look for life, resistance, and any other utility. Movement speed is amazing here. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Then I'm gonna copy this. We're gonna go into grenades. The exact same thing goes into here. Oh, it copied them. Oh. Okay, now I'm confused. What's gonna happen? Oh, shit. These are not good, chat. You see what's happening? And people are just going to think that I'm lazy and I didn't add notes. But this is, this is not good. So it just copies everything. It duplicates everything that I write. So it's going to say the same thing in the level 41 boots, no? No. Okay. What about these? No. So this, okay, cool. So that helps. It is copying the notes. It is, yeah. Okay, so these are all correct for each and every one of them. Get yourself some offensively good gloves with armor base for Act 1. Damage, attack speed, anything. Twister, makes sense. Lightning arrow, makes sense. Grenades, doesn't really make sense to go for attack speed. So what if I have only this one sentence? Is that going to change it here as well? It did change it here as well. Ugh. So this is going to be weird, because if I want to write something on... Okay, on the spear, I can. Cool. Let's lower this to level of all... melee. Are you able to add a different version of those gloves so it could have a different note? Oh wait, this is here. Yeah, the full sentence is here. So this is okay. This is okay. All right, so glacial is done. What if I go modifiers? Let me just quickly do this, chat. I cannot get distracted here because there's too much shit going on. Strength. And let's get the first one. What is the first one called? Rusted, fur plate, raider plate. Yeah, we could do fur plate or some shit. Iron curious. It's gonna be fine. Fur plate. I'm not gonna put any modifiers in there. I just added it for the notes. So maybe the best thing to do is add one by one and write them. Make sure you focus on an armor base for Act 1. Any additional utility or defense is good here. Okay. Soldier, great helm, rusted great helm. Let's do that. Let me see how it works. Maybe if I had it from before, it's not going to work as well. So rusted great helm. I'm going to copy paste this thing here. Make sure you focus on armor base for Act 1. Any additional utility or defense is good here. Okay.
Well, hello there, you
I know, villain.
beast.
I know. Illidan, RFA, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, man. The YouTube stream is a bit late. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a delay. I can see that. Unfortunately, bro. Yeah, nothing I could do about it. It's not a setting that we're setting. It's just how YouTube is. Are you doing a mule character for Crossmaul and skill gems? 100,000%. Yep. 100%. Do you think Spark with Chrono will be smooth starter? I haven't noticed any nerf to Spark for spells. I think you're going to be fine, yeah. I think you're going to be fine for starters. Believe it or not, mulling is not recommended. Why? For crossbows? Why? All right, for the ring here, I'm going to type for Act 1, any ring base is okay. Obviously, prioritize damage base, but any defensive, offensive, or utility stats you get will help you. There you go. Was looking at the gloves conversion, assuming it's good to look for flat damage mods for sure. Yeah, 100%. We are looking for, depending on what you're going to play, but we're looking for... let me just save this so I don't get distracted and lose the whole thing. But I have somewhere... Oh, here. So you can check here. I have a guide for the mod conversions, if this is the one that you're following. We definitely want flat stuff going on, for sure. Plus level on melees is insane. Attack speed converted into onslaught, if that's going to be confirmed, is crazy. Critical damage bonus to critical hit chance, if that's confirmed, it's crazy. Those are the better ones. I'm getting a new PC. You were pretty convincing. Hey, let's go. Okay, Dad. And you, her brother. I don't think anyone says Dad, brother. Dad, and you. I gotta tell you something. I need a new PC. Why? I just need it. POE2 0.5 is coming out. Done. Hell yeah. Congrats, Celestina. Nice. Big. All right. Are these saved? Wait, where's my note for... Wait, where's my quarterstaff note? Why is it not saving? Wait, what did Key say about the mulling? Did you answer? You can course out strike Beira and sell her shit and buy a crossbow. It's just slower to Mew. I'm doing it for the skill gems, bro. I mean, with mulling, I get for free fragmentation rounds. I get for free explosive grenade. I get from Renly Frostbomb. And then with the monk, what am I getting? Oh, I'm getting contagion. So I just need to, and I don't care doing that, but I could just, yeah. Yeah, I guess. I can just not use contagion. You have Frostbomb and Frag Grenade on Monk and roll on. Yeah. You can cut from Red Veil League mechanic. Sure. Yeah, that's true. I'll test it. I'll test it. Good call. You don't even like Contagion anyway, true. When the download will be available tomorrow, probably an hour before. What time you plan to start the Subathon tomorrow? Whenever I start the stream. The stream tomorrow is going to start at 8 my time, which is 5 p.m. UTC, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Let me just confirm. 5 p.m. UTC, correct. 5 p.m. UTC is when I'm going to start the stream tomorrow, and the subathon starts at that point. All right, so these are all saved. Let me just update once again, and we have all the notes for Glacial. Correct. Okay, let me see the new stuff. The hell is all of this that they brought in? Look at all of this, chat. Look at all of these. Holy shit. Quest rewards. Let's go. So Clearfield Barrier, we're going to do Rotten Pack. We're going to do the Cold Resistance. Hunting Ground grants 2 weapon set points, 100%. I'm going to put all of these things for you guys so you don't forget. Yeah, definitely. Maximum. Yes, Act 1. We're going to do all of these. So all the way up here, everything that I added, I'm going to delete all of these. And I'm just going to tell you that if you go all the way down, you're going to see all the rewards. Campaign rewards can be found at the end of this guide. I think that's pretty straightforward, right? Okay, so that's done. Kabbalah is going to give you this. Valley of the Titans, so we're going to go for Charm Effecturation, if I'm not mistaken, is what I usually go for. Am I right? What did I put? Charm Effect Duration or Charm Charges? I think Charges is fine. The Shar gives you this. This is that. Good, good, good. Venom crits, we're going to go the Elemental Elements. Fire Resistance. Spirit. Reforging Bench. Grant 2 weapons. +2. 5 increased mana. +2. Lightning Resistance. This is going to be a tricky one. 5 p.m. UTC, guys. I think all you got to do is type in 5 p.m. UTC to my time. If you all just write that, 5 p.m. UTC to my time, I'm pretty sure that Google is going to tell you, hey, your local time is going to be XYZ. That's all you got to do. It is kind of early. Yeah, well, I'm going to have 3 hours, bro. I have a giveaway. I have a subathon. I need to finalize my filter whenever NeverSync adds everything. We need to download the game. We need to queue up. I think 3 hours is perfectly fine before the big launch for me personally. Cold resistance, fire resistance. Life recovery. Yeah, maybe that's going to change. But we'll see. We might come back and change this in the future. It's a shame that the time is not the same for everyone. Yeah, if only Earth was flat. Elemental resistance, global defense. I think this is going to change, but I'm still going to add that. Maybe we don't actually need this, but 5% is like whatever. 3 hours before league start. Correct, yeah. But then they're going to ask me when is league start. For getting to endgame, is there anything wrong with just blindly equipping anything that gives plus DPS? Yeah, you might start dying, actually. Especially in Act 4 and Interlude Zoot. I would say that Act 1, 2, and 3, not really. As long as you respect the basic shit that you need to have. Right? Like, for example, I'll give you an example. For example, your build doesn't give a shit about attack speed, but you have attack speed in two different items, for example. Or you scale with fire and you're building lightning because you're not paying attention. Then in Act 4 and onwards, I think... Yeah. Act 4 and onwards, you definitely need some stuff. All right, let me just add this as well. Mobalytics. MOBA added a new section at the bottom of the guide for campaign rewards. There you go. All right, so I selected everything. You all got that. I want to see how it looks before I delete my notes. All the way to the bottom. Quest rewards. Yeah, it looks awesome, dude. Skill points, choices, skill points, character upgrades, all. Let's go, bro, Mobalytics. Holy shit. I really like this change. Bright and early for you. Oh, I'm so jealous, Within. This is so good. Well done, Mobalytics. It's exactly what we needed. Holy shit, it's so good. Okay, good. So that means you guys don't need me to add things in here, right? You don't need all of these. So what I could do is I could just guide you to the very bottom. So what I could do here is point downwards, down. I think this is pretty visible for everybody, right? There it is. Campaign rewards can be found at the end of this guide. New Zealand, so I get lucky. Hey, dude, adopt me. I'm going to live there with the missus. New Zealand. It would be easier to come over to the ExileCon as well. All right, this is good to go. We have updated that one. Is it linkable with POE2? No, not what quests you have done. This is a guide on what quests you should get, for example, but also it tells you everything that exists, right? But for example, if you don't know what choice to make, these are all the choices that you can make for our builds, if that makes sense. So if you're playing a monk, Ice Strike, what are you getting? Are you getting elemental element? Are you getting stun? That's what I mean. Within legend. Okay, so notes are done, you guys. You're gonna have notes for every single piece of gear if you're doing glacial. That is the one. That's correct. Yep. 1 day, 3 hours. Hell yeah. Then grenades. What is happening with grenades here? Get yourself some offensive good gloves with armor base for Act 1. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Venom crits is just always stun threshold. What if you go Way of the Mountain? Why would I need the extra? I'm getting stun threshold from Way of the Mountain, right? Am I wrong? All right. Make sure you are regularly checking vendor for better expos. Fizz. Proj skills help a lot. If you are close to level 22 and will switch to Holopalm technique, don't worry about it too much. Okay. Focus on armor base for Act 1. Look for life resistant and any other utility. Movement speed is amazing here. This is perfectly fine. And I'm going to do the exact same things here. Fur plate. This is going to be fur plate. These are going to be universally the same notes. Exactly the same thing. Oh, there you go. Okay, it adds it on its own. Okay, this is a weird ass system. Rusted. Rusted. Then I need to add rusted here. Rusted. And rusted. Okay. Okay. So now I just need to check that they all have it. These notes are in. The same base type. Yeah, well, it's a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie. Because if I have, for example, my endgame builds. I have one for Whirling Assault, one for Eye Strike. You might have the same base chest. One of them focusing on deflection, rating, and resistances. The other one focusing on only resistances. We don't care about deflection. I'm not going to be able to add the note separately. Because if I delete something from one, it's going to delete it from the other. You know what I mean? Any tips for level 41 swap? I'm struggling because I didn't find any additional lesser jeweler orbs. So wait, you got yourself a lesser jeweler orb and you used it on the previous ones? You shouldn't struggle, to be honest. It's all in the gear, to be fair. I mean, supports do help, Richard. But I managed to, like, I think I finished the campaign with 1 or 2 abilities only having 3 slots. If that makes sense. Yeah, so I understand what you're saying about the same base type, but it's a little bit weird. It is a little bit weird. Hello, Rinwoods. Welcome in, bud. Iron Ring. Azure Amulet. I am ready as well, man. I didn't play last season. Really looking forward to this one. Hey, let's go Ape, man. I'm excited for you, man. And Richard, yeah, somebody's asking on Twitch chat if you know about the guaranteed lesser jewelers in the campaign. You can Google that to see the sheet and everything. I'm going to give Mobalytics some feedback. Additionally, I wanted to give you some feedback to relay to the team. If you add a specific base, for example, Iron Ring, let me just double check that that's actually correct. Iron Ring. Which Iron Ring could be used with many different builds with different stats. Yep. For example, Iron Ring, and you add a note All right, gave them feedback. Yeah, I gave them feedback. Let's hope that they fix it before tomorrow, to be honest, so I can give you a little bit more of a detailed breakdown. Why are these? Where are my notes? This is so weird. Stocky. Don't I have stocky? Yeah. And there it is. I think I just checked it now. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I think this is bugged, chat. I think it's bugged. So I don't know if I'm just wasting my time now. Probably a lot of traffic. It's not that. It's that it's buggy. It's not the stuttering or whatever, but the way that they coded it, it's weird, and it's not that good. What do you mean? So if build variant A and build variant B, both of them have an iron ring, build variant A needs cast speed, build variant B needs melee skills, two very different builds. If I write a note about the cast speed and how important that is, that note is going to be duplicated to the second build that has nothing to do with casting. And any changes I make within that one note, it's going to be duplicated to the other one. So that's a problem. The priority is mirrors, locks, whittle, light. This way, people are inflated out of the market if they don't play 24/7. Haha. Oh, brother. It's a great point. And you know what we could do, man? Me and you and everybody else that cares, we can make sure that we tell people whenever we're at it. I don't think I'm going to include that kind of information in the guide. I think it's just going to... I think nobody's going to read it first. And second, people that will read it, I don't think they're going to understand anything that we're trying to say. To be honest. I don't think it affects everybody or people care about doing that min-maxiness that we will be doing. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And we're going to let people know on the day. Yo, Goda, welcome in. So you want to transition the campaign with Glacial Cascade, huh? Following the priority above will increase at that level 22. Your tree needs to look like this and simply just get whatever. You will then need to refund Dizzying Sweep and use those points for Wild Storm. If you reach this point, then move on to Hollow Palm build variant above. How, bro, I can't, how am I going to show, shit. How am I going to show both variants into each variant? Of course you can, go for it. How do you create a build archive? You don't need to do anything. It's provided by Mobalytics. Look at this. It's a new feature that they added. I have a lot of questions. I forwarded the questions to Mobalytics, so we're waiting. Here it is. That's all you guys need to do. And they explain exactly what you need to do. But you cannot do it now because 0.5 is not here. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's an issue because they don't have suffix and prefix. Kosti, great point. Let me see if that's true. No, they do have. So what you're saying is to add different ones. Okay, so let me experiment. Stocky Mitts adds 2 to 3 physical damage to attacks. On the grenade one, I'm gonna make a change. Yeah, I asked that question, Smokey. I'm waiting to see what they're going to say. All right, so there you go. Stocky Mitts with cold damage instead of Stocky Mitts with physical damage. I was so hoping that you were right, man. I was like, holy shit, he might be right. Unfortunately, yep, doesn't work. Not only that, but my note for the gloves went into the boots instead of the gloves. You see what I mean? Guys, chat, I think we can all agree that I can delete everything because this is just, and it's pretty buggy and it's not working as intended. This is just a big pile of mess. I can't keep up with this. Every single time I save it, they completely change. I mean, my comment for the gloves are on the boots now. And I'm going to do this so I can show you what I mean. So what is this? Stocky mitts with physical. Watch this. Stocky mitts with physical damage. Okay, note is in. Let's go to Glacial Cascade now. That has stocky mitts with cold damage. There you go. My comment is there for the stocky mitts with physical damage. So if I change this to cold damage, and I go back to, and say I thought that it's not going to change, and I go back to grenades, now it mirrored the change. So now you see with cold damage on the physical damage build. Yeah, this is not right, chat. I'm sorry. I am not going to be adding notes. I am sorry, guys. I can't. This is just going to confuse a lot of people. I'm 100,000% sure that it's going to be wrong, and people are going to be looking for things that they shouldn't be looking for. I mean, it's whatever. I prefer not giving you information rather than giving you the wrong information. And I don't want to waste time. It's a great feature, but I'm going to wait until they fix everything. Hide the notes. Good. There's no notes to confuse people, right? One second, chat. Let me just make sure that there are no notes in here. So I don't just forward you something without seeing it first. Okay. 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 I think we're good. I don't think I added anything to the other builds. Bro, I've got a question. What happens? I don't think I have the... Yeah, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Never mind. Never mind. Update. Have you put any thought into the martial artist, martial master node adding combo on hit instead of on strike? Twisters could easily produce max combos several times even. Yeah. It's going to be a really good build. It's probably one of the only other builds that I'm thinking of playing apart from the channeling. I'm definitely going to check that one. The cold damage, the physical damage. Actually, it's not a bad one. Thank you for that, Kosti, but I'm going to keep the cold damage on the gloves. I mean, it's going to be better for Glacial, right? So it's okay. There's nothing wrong with these. It's all good. I think it just means the notes are global, not variant specific. If that's the case, Cheese, and you're right, we're very limited. Like, what is the one sentence that I can write in your slot of gloves, for example, that's going to be universally correct? Make sure you get gloves. Yeah, no shit. Or it needs to be a paragraph. Okay, in Act 1, we're going to start with armor. Then Act 2, you want to slowly go into EVES. Make sure that you have your offensive shit like +1 or 2 melee, depending on what level you're on. Then make sure that you have attack speed, but only if you're an Ice Strike build, not Whirling Assault. You know what I mean? I can't do it like that. So the whole point of importing the build with the notes. It is actually going to work if I only have one guide for each build. I can't do that. Like you guys, obviously you're going to be split in like 16 different guides that way instead of having one for everything. It should have been for every single item. It should have been for every single item and let the content creators do the manual work. That's the whole point of us creating guides, right? It should have been for every single item. It registers a brand new ID of a note. In my personal opinion. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how they're going to fix it. I gave them feedback. Let's see what they're going to say. Maybe they say what she said, and that's that, and I need to adapt. We'll see. Probably, Mike. I already sent them a bunch of bullet points and stuff, questions for this, because they added a build planner export as well. I gave them like 2, 4, 6 questions for this, and then the feedback for the notes. So we'll see. Go, Sol. Okay, what did I want to do next? Did I finish with the Ice Strike stuff? I did finish with the Ice Strike stuff. Somebody asked me, what do I do if I want to carry on the full campaign for the first starting leveling builds? What you should do, and honestly, I don't like saying this. Obviously, I have like 8 different build variants here, and you can see how much words I add in here and how detailed they are, and this is for every single one of them, and they're not mirrored. These are specifically different guides that I've done. I don't like saying this, but if you want to go Glacial for the full campaign, or Grenades for the full campaign, Twister or Lightning Arrow, and not follow this transition, you will need to find another content creator that is providing you a guide specifically for Monk Twister throughout the whole campaign. Same for Lightning Arrow, Grenades, and Glacial. Unfortunately, I don't have space. I don't have a way to provide you with 2 or 3 different skill sets and passive trees for 8 different build variants. I just can't do it, bro. I'm sorry. I am willing to guide you and help you and give you advice and tips on how you should scale your passive tree, but I cannot add everything in here. I'm pretty sure you're going to find other content creators out there. Is there a different variant tab available to you above equipment? Like above equipment, that might work. Above equipment, no. There's nothing else. Let me just go into edit. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's the strengths and weaknesses that doesn't really help us at all. I have this whole thing for the build overview, which explains the build overview. And then equipment is just this. That's it. And I have a section where I'm writing stuff. So here, I'm writing everything that you need to know for every single build differently, right? But you're not going to be able to import all of this in the game, obviously. But bro, to be completely honest, I'm not going to waste my time now because I don't know how much people are going to be using this new feature of looking at the gear to see what somebody said about the gear. I don't know if people are going to be using it. I know that I'm not going to be using it, but we'll see. Hey!
Oh my god, they're here. Everybody, act normal.
Hey!
Normal.
Hey, POE guy, my brother. Welcome in, dude, with the raid. Welcome in, everybody, raiders. Have a great start. Thank you, brother. Welcome in, my boy. Dude, I gotta say something. Chat, let's quickly shout out our boy here, POE guy, please. We already did. Beautiful. Twice as well. Excellent. There you go. Guys, everybody in the Scorpius lair, please show some love to POE guy. Amazing. Dude, I don't say this often enough. I had such a blast last night whenever we raided POE guy. I think I was laughing for a good hour and a half afterwards. Such an entertaining dude. Such a funny dude. Pleasant vibe. It's awesome, dude. Amazing. Thank you very much for the raid. Thank you. He is the best indeed. Yeah, he's so funny. He's so fun to watch. Lovely guy, dude. Let's go, man. You can't rage bait him. Bro, dude. The second I walk in, He told me he's planning a one-button build, lazy build. You don't do shit, just shit dies around you. I was locked in. I was like, done. He called me my boy 24 times. I was sealed. It was done, man. I signed a contract of being there 24/7. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, dude. Go sleep to have some energy tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna need it, man. Go rest. Thank you so very much for the raid. I really hope that you had a beautiful stream today. Thank you so very much, my dude. Go rest, man. My boy, yeah. Nah, dude. I gotta tell you, we've got a shit ton of raiders here from from POE guy. You guys know what I'm talking about, but for our side of stuff, might not know. Guys, last night we raided POE guy, and the first reaction was, Scorpius, my boy. Scorpius, my boy. Guys, shout out Scorpius. Guys, go follow him. Go give him sub. Go give him everything. My boy, everything. It was so fun, dude. It's so contagious. Absolutely love the guy. Hell yeah, dude. For sure. Yeah. Go, guys. Follow him. Follow him. Give him everything. Yeah, so welcome in, everybody. Just a very, very quick introduction of what we're doing here is we have a massive guide that we've been planning for the past 2 weeks. Let me not lie to you. Give me 1 second. 13th of May, it says here. So it's, 15 days, 2 weeks. I was right. We're planning this shit for 2 weeks. We're doing really good. A lot of people are going to be following the monk in general, martial artists. The dojo is full of karate champs. And what we're doing with this guide, why this guide is pretty special to me, is because I literally wrote this as if I'm trying to win a Nobel Prize. Honestly. Like, I don't even know how many words are written in here. And there's like 16 different variants. You have a glacial cascade from 1 to 22 on a monk. Because, let's be real, monks are pretty slow. So you've got the grenades, you've got the twister, you've got the lightning arrow and everything. Then at 22 we go for storm wave. Everything is explained, fully min-maxed. And the section that I'm most proud of is this one right here. Look at this. For anybody who's new, returning player, or doesn't know where you should find your support gems early on. Let me try and find it. Too much information. Holy shit, dude. Where are we? Here. Yeah, there you go. There it is. I literally show you every single location of where you get your support gems, man. That's how detailed this shit is. It might be a little bit too detailed. Anyway, and then at 22, we go for Storm Wave. Then at 41, you could choose either Ice Strike or Whirling. And then for Endgame, you again have 2 amazing builds that you can choose from. We're going for the Whips. No, I'm joking. These are placeholders. They currently, unfortunately, don't have the new skills. I need to check if they added them. Did they add the new skills? Mobalytics? Please. They're working like crazy these days. And they updated something in Mobalytics. I'm not sure if POE guy has seen it. But if he hasn't, Raiders, make sure you tell him. But Mobalytics added. Let me show you first before I look for the skills. Mobalytics added this beautiful section right here just now. Quest rewards right here. So he could definitely choose what skill points, choices, and character upgrades to set for his guides. Really, really good information. In case he was writing it like me, all the way at the top with like word by word. If you go here, you get this, you get that. Mobalytics added this just now, like a few hours ago. So that's perfect. That's really good. It will be nice for him to update the guides. Okay, so let me just check to see if they added the new skills. Please tell me you added the new skills as well. Please, give me my bells. Where my bells at? Bells. Hello? Nope. No bells. Okay, we're gonna keep using the whips as placeholders here. Well, shit. Oh, he does? Okay, my bad. Okay. Yeah, holofocus is not in there.
The biddies. Give me the biddies, man.
Wow, 1,000 bits from our boy Jag. Welcome in, brother. Thank you so very much for the 1,000 biddies. I think that's the most that we've gotten in one hit. Thank you so much, dude. Breaking records. Chat, I think we're done with the guide. I think we're done. I'm not gonna add any notes because they're wrong. Big W for Jag. That's right. Big W. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you all very much for the follow. Terra, Renato, Joke, Tantrum, Kreleni, Ruachta, and Vix Vapor. A+ for the effort. C- for butchering your names. But Perry Soy as well, coming in hot last second. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Okay, everything is updated, guys. The guide is good to go. I added everything here. This is the last thing that we just did now, today. Updated all the gear pieces for Ice Strike build. I should say that it's the endgame variant. My bad. Because we have 2 Ice Strike builds, and you're not going to know which one I updated. Piece for Ice Strike endgame build. Okay, MOBA added a new section at the bottom of the guide for campaign rewards. Filled that in. Updated the helmet for Whirling Assault build because of Subterfuge Mask nerf. And beautiful. POB, bro, POB, I think POB is going to update after a month. So I cannot add anything there for like 16 different variants. I'm waiting for it. Let's see. It's not SSF, but it's SSF friendly. Correct. 100%. I am not showcasing builds that are like giga juiced. I've seen a lot of other guys using like Headhunters and Orias and A-list chimes and stuff like that we're going to need. I added a Ingenuity just so you can see that you can use Ingenuity if you're lucky enough. However, if you go into the belts, I give you full on details right here. If you go into the belts, rare, you can stack attribute, resistances, life, or anything else that you need. You can go for Ingenuity. You can go for this. You can go for a Headhunter if you get lucky or rich. So you've got all the stuff that you need. Oh, I think you're going to love Twister, Shade. Twister, man. It's going to be pretty bonkers. Is continuing with Stormwave from level 42 a viable option? Absolutely. Yep. All of these builds are viable options. I need to give you guys a disclaimer, okay, since all of you are here. Option 1, 2, 3, and 4 that you see 1 to 22, this is my way of doing it. So I'm giving you 4 options to go to level 22 and then easily transition to Hollow Pump Technique at level 22 because it's going to be busted at level 22 with Stormwave. If you don't like that option and you want to continue with any of those 4, I'm not your guy. You should go to other content creators that do exactly those builds so you can see the full campaign. Okay? My job here is to get your monk as quickly as possible to get as juicy as possible. That's my job here. Yeah? So at level 22, we go into Stormwave. You can go from Stormwave from level 22 all the way to the campaign. I'm providing you with all the skills and even updates. You see all of this? This is if your first wave of 6 skills, and then the same 6 skills and how to upgrade them to the 3rd and 4th slot. So this build variant of Stormwave at level 22 is covering all passive points for the entirety of the campaign. The same goes for Ice Strike. The same goes for Whirling Assault. Yeah? But any of the other ones, you can still do it. That's how we did it as well. But I don't preview the whole campaign there. Then you have these 2 options. Ice Strike Bells, which is going to be the one-tap build, and the Whirling Assault Bells, which is going to focus mostly on Falling Thunder. Here's another disclaimer. If you're interested in Flicker, I'm giving you the option here for Flicker Strike. There it is, with the full supports and everything and the changes in the tree and whatever. But I'm not your guy for Flicker. I'm not a huge fan of Flicker. So I'm pretty sure you can name 1 or 2 other creators that are really, really good for Flicker. One name is Corbin. Second name is Travik. Third name is Ronaray. Right? But yeah, everything is in there, man. Everything is in there. And that's that. Twister is it. Yeah, Twister is insane, man. Why timer disappeared in POE2? Oh, it's there? Okay, good. Cool. And the second guide that you will find is the conversion of the gloves. I created a glove conversion guide for anybody who gives a shit about crafting and you want to get in front with the crafting, at least you're going to have something that's going to tell you exactly what it's going to change. On Friday, tomorrow, I'm going to start experimenting with everything that we don't know, and I'm going to add them in immediately, live. So that's another guide that you can follow. But for now, since we are done with the guide arena, let's go ahead and keep going with the Ice Strike. Sorry if this was answered already. How easy is it to switch between endgame Whirling Assault and Ice Strike build if I want to try both? That's a good question. And to be completely honest, man, I want to be very transparent with you. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm still thinking about it from today. How and what I'm going to save in order for me to be easily transitioning into the two. I'm not sure what your experience in the game is, but my goal is to get to the end game on the first day. Unless you manage to do it quicker than me, then don't worry about it, because I'm definitely going to be in the end game. And whenever I transition, I'm going to immediately update the guide, and you will know as well. You're very welcome, Clogman. It's my pleasure, man. I love doing what I'm doing. As long as it's helpful, I'm happy. Still kind of a new player and have been doing my own builds and doing SSF. Holy. First of all, hats off to you for that, bro. Good job. This time, I think I will do a normal League character, and I'm going to follow your build. Love the streams. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. What made you decide to not do your own builds and follow a guide? To be completely honest, again, I would love for you to follow my guide, for sure. But I would love to inspire you to keep on trying your own builds. If you're coming from SSF and you're a new player and you are doing your own builds, going into a normal trading league, which I don't know if that's what you're saying that you're going to do, it would be cool for you to try doing a trading league. Your own build is going to be much easier than what you're used to in SSF, but it's up to you on what experience you have with the game. Hopium still with the Arcane Archer. Oh, I'm standing in shit. I'm standing in goo. Change things. Oh, nice, man. Yeah. Beautiful. Any questions you have? Let me know, man. There's nothing more I love to do than helping newer or returning players understand the game a little bit better to have more fun. I just enjoy it, dude. The whole educational aspect of things, I've always loved it in games. I remember since I was a kid, like 13 or 14, whenever I started playing World of Warcraft for the first time, I remember vividly going to school like every single morning, skipping the first 2 classes or whatever with my friends, everybody playing WoW. And I remember I would literally convince my mom that I needed like a project paper, a thick paper for projects at school, where that's not what I needed it. I just needed it so I can plan out stuff and explain to my friends what they're doing wrong in the game. It was since back in the day, bro. Absolutely love it. So any questions you guys have, don't hesitate. One more day to go, Bandit, indeed. Love it. Which is going to be Zoom Zoom, Whirling Assault, or Ice Strike. So, Zoom Zoom. Campaign Zoom Zoom early, so that's level 41. If I compare Ice Strike and Whirling Assault level 41, both of them, Whirling Assault is going to be faster to scale, it's going to be faster to... and it's going to be smoother, for sure. I think Whirling Assault wins, even though you can actually juice up Ice Strike and just be fine. But I think Whirling Assault is going to need less effort. Endgame, early endgame, the same. Late endgame, I think the same, but Whirling Assault is going to need probably a secondary skill that's going to make it zoom even faster. So, for example, Flicker Strike or Falling Thunder. Things like that are going to help Whirling Assault in the end game, the very, very late on the end game, to zoom like crazy. Ice Strike, on the other hand, is just scaling, dude. Ice Strike is becoming better and better and better and better and better the higher you go. What is your streamer history? What do you play? Just WoW and this, bro. Like recently I started playing POE1 for the first time, like deep diving. Managed to complete 40 out of 40 challenges on my first actual playthrough, was not bad. Really enjoyed that one. A little bit too fast for me and clunky and visually chaotic, but what is happening here? I played a ton of, not a ton of, but I did the same effort for last epoch. We completed everything in the Uber boss and all that stuff. But prior to POE2, I was a WoW main, bro. I was a WoW Andy. Yeah, Stormwave is really good as well. But chat wanted me to compare Whirling and Ice Strike. But Stormwave is really, really good. It's so good in zero effort that at some point it becomes boring with how chill and how zero effort you put in there. So if that's your way to go, then by all means, Stormwave. Does it make sense? You also have regex for the higher builds? Oh yeah, but I didn't... I'm not going to provide you now a bunch of codes for you to add in there. Because what they did now is they increased the characters to 250, so we don't have like a limit anymore to the regex. So I'm going to create that whenever I get to the end game. So ideally what I want to do is I want to give you multiple regexes for the end game for each of the builds. One of them is going to be early end game, the other one's going to be mid, and the other one's going to be late. So that's my plan. I don't want to do it from now though. I am providing you with regexes for the leveling builds though, that you can use. Crimson has an amazing video to help with the longer regex setup. Beautiful. He's a master of that shit, so we're definitely going to watch that. And if it's easily explained, then you all should go and watch that as well. If you want to know how to create your own. Imagine they drop a teaser for Shadow tonight. Bro, what are you doing to me? You know what's going to happen if that happens? I'm gonna stay all night, create a guide for Shadow, and I'm just going Shadow, dude. That's gonna be insane, bro. The Ranger Ascendancy. Yeah, I would love to be surprised with the Ranger Ascendancy. That's not gonna change my plan. Very little would make me change my plans with the Monk. Shadow is definitely one of those things. Yeah, that's an easy switch for me, man. Not that I'm not going to play the martial artist, but if Shadow drops, then we just go in. I'm going to create a guide in like 3 hours, and we just rock and roll. And it's going to be so much easier to create a guide in like 2-3 hours because we're just going to focus on one build variant instead of focusing on like 16 different pages in one. Nah, we're going to figure it out, Azor. We're going to figure it out, dude. Playing rogues in all MMOs. Let's go. Yeah. Same here, man. Fellow rogue main. Let's go. There's no question, bro. You know that somebody's a rogue main if they've practiced for 2 weeks or they created a novel book for 2 weeks. They're ready to drop everything in a second without any thought. Split second. You just said Shadow. I said, yep, I'm in. Yep. No questions asked. And that's what we both said, Melio. So. Elementor or Archer? Isn't it Arcane? Isn't it Arcane Archer? Not Elemental. I think it's Arcane. The filters are working now. Correct. But we don't have the finalized filters. Don't forget that tomorrow, just before the game launches, they're going to add all the new shit. Arcane. Yeah, it's Arcane. It's not Elemental. So there's a lot of talks about kinetic shit going on. I don't want to move. Our damage is beautiful on bosses. Let's go. Easy on the Viper. Doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doom. Alright, so we got more. So here's a good choice that we can make. This boss is pretty much a DPS check. Yeah, and I think we pass with flying colors. We're good. And by the way, for anybody who's new here and looking at this build and thinking, that's kind of slow, we're trying to be as realistic as possible. We have no ascendancy. Yeah. We are experimenting with crit in the campaign, which is probably a bad idea. And our gear is not amazing. No uniques, no twink items, none of that, right? So the DPS there for what I just showed you is pretty good. And I could have leveled this as well, so we could have had more DPS there.
Well, hello there, you sexy beast.
Who's that? Big Beef. Let's go. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for using your Prime over here. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Choosing to use the Prime here. Respect. Thank you, man. Thank you for the starter. My pleasure, man. Have fun. You can rock like an 82% shock if you go Tempest Flurry weapon swap. Nah. I don't put so much effort, but yeah, you're right. 100% it works, what you're saying. And we do Tempest Flurry with the other build, with Stormwave. You have an option for rolling that or Siphoning Strike with Falling Thunder. But I like to keep things chill, easy, lazy. You know what I mean? I don't want to min-max MMORPG style in this game. Unfortunately, WoW was too expensive for me as a young teen, so I started on the knockoff Runes of Magic. I see. Then came Guild Wars 2, and I never really got into WoW except for the classic launch. Gotcha. Based on your build, Whirling Wood great. Stormwave was also good, but the boss damage was low. Would it help to add some armor breaker somewhere? Nah, you could do that. But let me ask you, you tried my Stormwave build. Did you try Siphoning Strike and Falling Thunder? Is that what you did correctly? Like Siphon, like you go into the boss, Siphon Strike once, twice, Whirling Assault, Siphon Strike, Siphon Strike, Siphon Strike, Bell, hit. Or no bell, hit. Doesn't matter. Like the proper Falling Thunder. Because if you go into the guide, you will notice that I give you a second option in case you don't like the one that you... Because for me, it was one-shots, man. I wish I had the footage of Stormwave with the bosses so you can see the leveling with Stormwave. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it. Shit, I thought that I have it. But I was one-shotting bosses, bro, with this rotation right here. And I even provide you, if you don't like that, Tempest Flurry Rapid Attacks with Tempest Bell should work. I have an unhealthy amount of time on WoW. Hey, you and me both, bro. I started in 2004, late 2004, and I quit a year and a half ago. So you can imagine. Isn't it clipped? I don't think so. That's Whirling Assault, the one that's clipped. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Anyway. I want... What do I want? I want Herald of Thunder. Yeah, I want Herald of Thunder. Yep. I want Herald of Thunder, and here we're missing... We are missing... Charge Staff. Yeah, Charge Staff. Oh, Pounce is not needed. Okay, so that's that. Okay. I'm on Ascension WoW right now, watching. Let's go. WoW players in here. Hell yeah. That's true, Nitrous. Correct. Alright, there you go, the damage. We're just leveling it up. So much better, you see? Tomorrow is the giveaway, correct, and the Subathon. The league launches, the Subathon starts, and the giveaway starts. All of those. Four packs is the giveaway. 4 packs, each one worth $90 each for the new supporter packs that they are dropping for 0.5 is what I'm going to give away tomorrow. Pretty excited. We already have like 1,000 people participating. Or almost 1,000. I don't even know if we hit 1,000. Did we hit 1,000? 942. Holy. 942. 58 more. Ouch. Yeah, defensive is bad. Bro, based how it goes, I'm not gonna say for sure, I'm not gonna promise anything. But what I do say is that based on how it goes, if it goes well, I'm gonna do my best to try and add a few more live while we're at it. It all depends on also if GG is gonna be able to talk to me while I'm live and while they're trying to fix the league and all the shit that's gonna happen with the league. Any word on build export for the Monk 0.5 build? Yeah, Mobalytics is working on it. They already added a option. If you go into my guide and you see on the top right somewhere, let me just show you instead of trying to explain and you trying to visualize. Here, download build file. So if you click on how it works, they explain how it works. For now, this is what they did. Based on this, I formed 5 or 6 questions and I send them to Mobalytics to see if we can get answers. Let me just check if they answered. They have not. They're probably super busy. I asked for consoles. I asked a lot of questions here. And yeah, for the notes are a little bit buggy. The notes that you should read on the gear and everything, they're buggy. So I gave them feedback, hoping they're going to fix it by tomorrow. But this is one way that they do it. This is not going to work now, obviously, because we're still in 0.4. So just wanted to let you guys know that that option is already being worked on and it's already visible on Mobalytics. And it's going to be a very quick 1, 2, 3 step process, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't want to juice this guy just now. I'm going to juice him whenever we get to the end game, just so we can have a feeling of the campaign and then have a good feeling of the end game, and that's it. Is the new unique gloves needed for the endgame build? Absolutely not. Are you talking about the fist breakers? The face breakers, sorry? No. That's a completely different build, Dragon. If those are the ones that you're talking about, it might possibly mean that you might not understand how they work, and that's perfectly fine. And if that's the case, then I'll just explain it, because a lot of people tend to not understand how they work. Yes, okay, so the face breakers are gonna pump your DPS if you're using mace skills. Hollow Palm is pumping your DPS if you're using quarterstaff skills. So if you go Hollow Palm and you go the face breakers, you will need to use 2 different builds, 2 different skills. One for maces, one for quarterstaves. Right? And vice versa. So they're not gonna scale both at the same time. And no, that's a completely different build to what we're doing with the Monk. And I'm pretty sure, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys know, Wooly has a build for Monk with phase breakers, if I'm not mistaken. And it's mostly focusing on mace skills. Yeah? Okay, good. I remember well. Just go in and check Wooly. Just type in Wooly, martial artist, I think. I mean, you know what? Just, if anybody has the Mobalytics, just post it here. It's fine. If you want that specific thing, but I'm not going to be focusing on that. I've tried it, Goda. I've tried it. I'm trying to avoid adding more spells into this. We're already, like, look at this, bro. We're already packed. I'm trying to avoid to add more. I want to remove Frostbomb and Pounce in just a second. This is working just fine, bro. You need to understand, and we need to also think that at this level, look at this, chat. I'm level 59. You know what happens at level 59? Oh, so look at my resistances. My gear is dog shit. But at 59, you have ascended twice. I have 0 ascensions. And this is crucial. We don't need Frost Locust. Trust me. If I go and ascend now to an Invoker, everything is going to blast before I even see them. So, with Martial Artist, we get Stone Fist. Correct, Goda? Look at the conversion of these, bro. Imagine these converted to Stone Fist, dude. GG's. Bro, just with that one ascension, these gloves are going to be epic. They're going to be insane. Okay? So our damage is going to be crazy. And the second one, either getting the Runic Meridian or getting the Way of the Mountain because we're freezing. We're going to get more defense. We're going to get more damage. We're going to get less stunned. Beautiful. Yeah? And... Or we can go for a bell. What does the Leech go for? I don't remember. That's why I made this guide. If you want to save this guide, just go into here and favorite it and bookmark it or whatever you want to do. But good question, man. Leech. Oh, I think Leech just goes for more Leech, but slower Leech. Something like that. Leech. Physical attack. Yes. Leech of physical attack damage as life, and Leech life a little bit slower because you get more. So these would have been good. It gives me even more life. The mana per enemy killed, we don't know what it does. But all three of those are going to be gain, and we don't know what dexterity does either. Azteca and Mr. Blown, thank you very much for the follow, guys. Tinfoil hat crafting idea. Let's hear it. Hear me out. If you add, say, an essence to add lightning resistance onto an equipment item, then you convert this into a fire res. Then in theory, this new fire res isn't the same crafted one, meaning you could add another essence, right? Again, in theory. In theory, yeah, that's a really cool tinfoil idea. It just, if and only if the crafting mod keeps being a crafting mod, the whole theory is out the window. That's it, simple as that. But yeah, good idea, bro. We can definitely experiment with that. I am literally not even paying attention to what gear I'm getting here. Do you think Shattering Palm with Bell Ascent Point will auto-proc the explosions? 100,000%. That's exactly what we're going to do, Ranks. I'm so excited to try it. Not only the one bell, both bells. I saved your monk started to try it out. I got a little question, if you don't mind. What the endgame skill will be more valuable on the martial artist? It all depends, man. It's a good question. It's a very good question. Personally, I'm going to play both of them. I'm going to speed into the end game. I'm going to give you a better feedback. However, what I know for now is that early end game, I think Whirling Assault is going to be a little bit easier to scale and just less effort for you to care about because it's just a spin to win kind of build. So that's going to be a little bit easier to play. And later on, Ice Strike is going to be just, for me, it's going to be a premium build, man. I cannot wait for that one. I'm more excited for the Ice Strike shit than the Whirling. But we're going to do both. I'll let you know with more certainty whenever I get there. If you would think about it, why do you think your build would stand more from other monk builds? I don't think about that, to be honest. I got that question the other day as well. I don't create builds by thinking if it's going to be better than other creators or not. To be completely honest, fully transparent, I couldn't care less if it's better or worse than the others. If it works for me, it works for me. If you guys want to follow it, follow it. That's that. As I said, if there's a build that I know is good, but I don't personally like it, I'm always going to point you to the right direction, to the content creators. Like I did above with Wooly, or with Flicker Strike if you want to go for Corbin's build, or Falling Thunder stuff. It's up to you who you follow, man. It's not a... For me, it's not a competition. I couldn't care less. I do my own thing. I play Monk since 0.1. I'm not as a main as Corbin is, a known main for Monks, because every single league I play around 5 or 6 different builds. I like experimenting, finishing the end game and the whole game with multiple different builds. Not just Monk, I mean. So yeah, you do you. $14 builds in 0.3. Is that what it was? Damn. Are we dead here? Freeze, yes. Freeze OP, man. It's more about the fact that things are somewhat similar to one another and some things stand out. Hence, there's a question on what you think stands out the most. So I don't. Okay, so in order for me to, I understand the question. And if I were in your shoes and I had 5 different creators creating a build, I would probably ask them all the same question to try and qualify them for me to make a decision, right? Sure, I understand why you're doing it. But in order for me to answer, I need to know what the other creators do. And I don't, because that's why I said that I don't think about other creators when I create a build. Otherwise, I would have looked at what they do and try and do it better, or whatever the case is, right? I have no idea what they're doing. I just know from others talking and the sheet and everything. And obviously, Corbin is going to play a Monk. Travik is going to play a Monk. I mean, 80% of people and their mothers are going to play Monks now, so obviously. But in order for me to tell you what stands out, I need to know what they're playing, and I don't. Right? But here's something about build crafting. For anybody who is actually doing build crafts on their own, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to agree with me. Even if you're not following anybody's build or recommendations, and you just start from scratch and you say, okay, I want to build a Stormwave build for the endgame. You will most likely, end up having 80% of your build being similar to mine or somebody else's that did it on their own as well. Because all paths are eventually going to lead to the same vicinity or the same area of build structure. You know what I mean?
Well, hello there, you sexy beast.
So it just makes sense. Hello, Mr. Enzidia, and thank you, Renato, for the tier 1. Appreciate it, man. I'm missing some comments. Give me 1 second. Exactly, Ranks. Yeah. What is top 3 monk mains you know? No particular order. And I don't know if I don't like doing these, bro. You know what? I don't like doing these. It's not the top 3, it's just names that I know that are really good. Because if I forget somebody... I don't like doing tiers like that, bro. There's a lot of good ones. Travik is good, Corbin is good, Roneray is good, Ronit is good, Wooly is good. I mean, there's so many really good creators, man. And build crafters, so I cannot just name 3, and I'm pretty sure that I missed a few. Rend and Devour setup. Yeah, that's a good one. It is. Whoops. Are you using Shattering Palm as a gap closer? No, it provides us more damage. Whenever you dash onto a target with Shattering Palm, not only you deal damage, boom, right? You deal a little bit of damage, but you also add ice crystals on them. And whenever you deal enough damage to those ice crystals, they explode and they shatter. That helps us shatter in a bigger distance. So what my plan is to do exactly what they showcased in the trailer, but I'm gonna go and pull it into a Scorpius level, dude, like we always do, right? It's gonna be on steroids. So what we're gonna be doing is Shattering Palm is gonna be our main skill on mapping, and Ice Strike is gonna be for bossing, and I'll see what kind of additions I'm gonna do. Yeah, Milky, you see? You see? I'm forgetting people. Very important question for me. How are we going to deal with the Monk being squishy? What's the defensive layers you're going for? So, defensively, we got buffed. Evasion got buffed by 30% up until level 65. Which means your campaign, you're much better, right? Then, they buffed it even more after level 65, so that's good. Second defensive layer that they juiced up like crazy is deflection. So if we go into evasion, energy shield, and deflection, we're already juicier than before. One thing that they destroyed was subterfuge mask, right? However, they provided us with brand new nodes that compensate for whatever we're losing on subterfuge mask. So if we go into the passive tree, this is how we're going to compensate defensively right here. 20% more evasion, 20% increase evasion, increase maximum energy shield. Gain deflection 8% of evasion and 10% faster start of energy shield. These are really good. We also have nodes like this, energizing deflection, which got buffed. Spectral ward is perfectly fine. We have a few nodes right here if we need more deflection. We also have good nodes if we need more deflection down here. And that's basically it. We're going to go for Mindful Awareness. We're going to go for probably one of these two. And potentially get ourselves melding and insightfulness and stuff like that. The gear is already going to be better than last league for us, defensive-wise. I don't think we're going to have any problem. And also, don't forget that we have the Way of the Mountain that we can take if it's something that we like, which this shit is going to increase our defensives even more. So there are a lot of factors to consider, by the way, for defensive. That's why I am testing all the builds, and that's why I'm squishy as hell. I'm getting one-shotted, is because I'm testing them without defensives. Because there's no other real way to test a build. Because here's my logic, and tell me if you guys agree or not. I want my build right now in the test to be as dog shit as I can possibly get it. No ascendancies, no good gear, no good defense. Because if I manage to complete everything with that, then imagine if you add Stone Fist on it, Mountain on it, the Bells on it, good defensive, 30% empowered evasion on everything, 30% empowered energy shield on everything. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing now. That's why I'm okay with dying like an idiot. Like anything and everything can one-shot me. Because I can easily spend like the 10k divines that we currently have to juice this and just show you how you can one-shot everything, but that's not the point. Villain, good one, dude. How many jewel sockets are you planning on? With the voices key? We'll see. We'll see how lucky we are this league. What do you think about the ward skills and the supports? Pretty cool. I would love to see all of them, though. There are a few things that I'm a little bit interested in. Do you have a good advice for a minion build? Maybe viable in hardcore or SSF? Bro, I've been hearing the GOAT himself, Gazi, talking about a pretty fun thing that he wants to do with Chayula Monk and minions. I would definitely point you towards that direction, bro. I have not invested enough thought into minions this league to be of any use of advice in Zydia, to be completely honest. Wow. Yeah, I need to improve the defense, otherwise we're not scaling in. Is it just me or deflection is bad? Evasion is bad with deflection? Nah, I don't think it is. Because in point 4, the majority of my builds were pure evasion ES, and I didn't have a single point of deflection. Alright, the build is proving to be a little bit more dog shit than I thought of. We need some extra defense here. What does HPT? Holopalm technique. Holopalm technique. I have it written so many times that I thought that I'm gonna add some acronyms there. Unfortunately not, Rahul. I'm just thinking 3 voices plus 2 standard gives 5 joules. Megalo, Heart, Rare, Timeless are a given, so that leaves 2 more. Do we path to 2 more to have 4 rare jewel slots? I think it should be, right? How many hours to new patch? 1 day. 24 hours. Scorpius, can you explain why starting with crossbow, grenades, and shapeshift skills with a monk while these skills specialize for another class? Yeah, because it's faster. Because in POE2, it's not like WoW, for example, where each class has its own thing. In POE2, you can grab any class that you want and play with any build that you want because the skills are tied to the weapons, Bader. They're not tied to the class. So the monk can literally become a wizard, for example. I do, Volric. Just type Spotify with a command, brother. You understand what I mean, Bader? So you do have the choice to do whatever you want. So if I just start a monk and I put a crossbow, now all of a sudden I could do mercenary stuff and pop grenades and shoot them. And it's a lot quicker to do. Will you also test killing palm leveling? If you won't, can I use your skill tree for that? Of course you can. Yeah, of course you can. The starting one, for sure. If play string stack build with material with martial artist. Nice defense, like 8k HP. True, yeah. Wanted to ask your opinion on that channeling thing. Oh shit, sorry, Sully. I just saw your comment now, bro. Wanted to add YouTube with its delay. I'm sorry. Wanted to ask your opinion on the channeling thing in a martial artist ascendancy, a hollow form. Is that it? Yep. What's your opinion on that? I think it's a cool skill, and I'm definitely gonna do a build for that. I think it's a little bit slow and risky to take it as a first thing into the campaign, into the campaign and the early end game. If I'm gonna do something with it, it's gonna be at the late end game. But I'm definitely doing it. You're a wizard, Scorpy. Yeah, exactly. Freeze build up, it's fine. Etix, welcome in, bud. Have you watched the new videos? Nope. I have not. Give me a second, let me just do this, and we're gonna watch it real quick. I have not seen anything. I saw that they posted something, but I have no idea what it is. No idea. I had so many things to set up, dude. I had to set up like 4 different scenes on OBS for tomorrow. The podcast scene, the napping time scene, the subathon scene, so many shit to do. I had like 2 or 3 meetings. Yeah, I had a lot of stuff to do. Had to go grocery shopping for tomorrow. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Jor. Check out my guide, dude. It's all the new tree. It's all the new tree, bud. How am I doing here? What happened? Did it save shit? Wow, it didn't save anything that I did in the last 10 minutes. Game, what are you doing? Thanks for explaining that. Of course, anytime, bro. Alright, we're gonna do the change a little bit quicker then. Give me 1 second, chat. Let me just make sure that I... Where did I put these? This is better. Is Holopalm so much better than using Core Staff? I know for early leveling it is supposed to be good, but for endgame as well. Early to mid endgame is going to be perfectly fine. Then after that, it depends on what you manage to craft or buy. I don't know if I want this one, to be honest, this early. I prefer the damage a little bit more. Okay, give me 1 second. We throw this in the bin. We want our 2 points, please. Again. Alright, I'm going to log out so it can save my progress. What build are you planning to use for the endgame? 690? It's going to be Whirling Assault Bells and Ice Strike Shatter Bells. For now, we do that. What did I want to do? Upgrade? What is it? Levels 15s? No. 14s. Tempest Bell. Okay, forget about the rest. I am removing Wind Dance. Pretty risky move, but I'll remove Wind Dance. Where's my guide? Check the new video, it's good. I will. Let me just finish up here, and I'm gonna watch it. Good idea to level up Monk on Twisters to tier 15. Or is it better to go Hollow Palm? Twisters is really good, but at some point you're going to start dropping because you're not going to have the supporting tree that's going to support the Twisters. You're going to be able to go pretty far, unless you want to scale only a Twisters build. Then if you want like a full-on Giga Chad Twisters build on the Monk, I don't have that available in this guide. Alright, what am I doing here? I want to copy the guide. So we do the same thing. Magnified area, elemental armament, elemental focus. Elemental. Quick. Okay. How do you feel about Hollow Form? I think it's okay, but personally, I think it looks cool. It's a little bit of a bait, though, early on. I think it's going to be pretty cool later on. What do you think of Lightning build like Stormwave? Is it able to reach endgame tier 15? Easy, dude. On a Monk? Easy. 100%, yeah. 100%. It's really good. Stormwave used to be my go-to, by the way. Stormwave used to be my go-to. I used to level up 1 to 22. Then at 22, always go into Stormwave. All the way to maps. Mid-maps, I would go into Ice Strike. Prolonged duration 1. We're going to do innervate. Let's go, Sully. Happy to hear it. All right, let me go experiment real quick. Charges are being consumed perfectly fine. Defenses are still dog shit because we haven't updated the gear. Oh, now we have an issue with mana. Okay, fair enough. We're gonna fix. I have an issue with mana. Okay, defenses are dog shit, so we cannot really do that. Cannot steal them off there. Any of the runes? Yeah, a lot of them do. Breath of Aldur, if I'm remembering the name right, that converts the 3 elemental mods into one. The 2 elemental mods into the other one, sorry. Yeah, a lot of them. The +1 suffix is pretty cool. Let me double check here. Hey, thank you, Adrish. Thank you for the feedback. Ah, man. Defensively, we're so bad. I want to try the offense, though, but they don't allow me. Holy shit. Yeah, that one's is a good build, Secrist. It's a nice build. Is it stun? What the hell is this? If only I had a little bit more gear for the defense, this would have been so good. Yeah, I need to get those. I don't have enough, though, for everything. Yo, Sully, thank you, man. Thank you, bud. How are you getting power charges? Resonance and Combat Frenzy. That's what I just added. Combat Frenzy is this little aura right here, the green one. And Resonance is this right here. And the way that you gain them is by freezing, pinning, or shocking the enemies, or electrocuting, actually. In 0.5 we have the new mana nodes, true. I know, I don't have anything to try now. At what level do you get enough crit nodes in the tree to fully invest into hybrid ES EV endgame for sure? It's like around 80, somewhere there. Oh, pass 3, really good. Yeah, we always do this. For sure. Whirling Assault will solve a lot for you. Bro, this is the third build that we're testing. We're already finished with Whirling Assault. Are you gonna wait for the patch and play Knight, or are you starting from Saturday? No, we're playing whenever the patch comes out. Yeah, no, defensively this is impossible. Yeah, Stormwave is not bad, man. Stormwave is really good. I think you're not shocking, yeah, because I don't have time to hit them. Can you explain why using Barrage? Because it empowers your next ability. Bader, the majority of time, if you read the skill, it's going to tell you what it does, and I think it's going to be logical why we're using it. You need to watch the videos? Okay, let's watch the videos. Aaron, it depends on what you find satisfying and cool, man. Stormwave is really cool. Ice Strike is good. Whirling Assault is really good. Flicker is really good. But personally, a lot of people love Flicker. Personally, I don't. So it all depends on what you like and what you don't like. Alright, I see the first one. User experience something, something, something. So is there another video apart from this one? Or is this the only one that I haven't seen? Villain.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game
Jesus Christ, Jonathan. Chill.
Director on Path of
Holy. 2 videos. Okay, good.
Exile 2. We've added a ton of new quality of life features in Return of the Ancients. Here's a couple you'll find useful in the endgame. The Atlas now has a search box that updates live as you type. If you have a specific map you'd like to run, just key in the name of it and you'll be able to locate it instantly. Hitting enter will move you from map to map, allowing you to easily move between them. This works on more than just map names. You can find biomes, powerful bosses, or even specific mods. Really anything about a map you can think of. And this can come in handy if you get specific tablets that you want to use with specific mechanics.
Hold up. What? Not bad. Not bad. Okay.
So for example, if you get a tablet that adds extra essence encounters, you might want to run it with a map that boosts essences. By typing essence in the search box, you can find maps that will affect them, like this map, which causes essence packs to have 2 rares in them. Now that we have Trade Market Search built into the game client, we've also added the ability to price check items you find more easily. Shift-Alt clicking an item will now instantly search for it on the trade market, showing you the current prices. For rare items, it's handy to exclude some mods, so we've added the ability to enable and disable each modifier individually, letting you see exactly how each one affects the item's price. And that's not all. The Fragment Stash tab is finally coming to Path of Exile 2, and with it comes some serious tabception. This tab is a dedicated storage for various boss fragments. There's also a tab for all your precursor tablets, with each tablet type receiving 6 tabs of storage. Finally, there's storage for your Jinn barriers and inscribed ultimatums, both of which also get 6 tabs each. Speaking of changes to stash tabs, with the Runes of Aldo League there's a ton more runes that have been added to the game. In order to fit them, we've modified the Socketables stash tab. There are now 5 substashes for runes, Kalguran runes, soul cores, idols, and ancient augments, giving you much more space for all those runes. All these features and much more are available.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Really good stuff. It's all things that we knew, but they are highly presenting them a little bit more, I guess. But really good stuff, man. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Drama? Oh, shit. All right, we're going to watch the drama as well. Second day in a row, we're watching drama. When you get to it, Scorp, can you answer my question to know if the ice volcano is worth using on the monk at all? Yeah, sure. Of course. The price checking thing is the best. True. Next video is great. All right, I am looking for it now. Give me a second. We're going to load out the second video. I haven't seen any of these two. Is it this? Yep, that's the one. Okay.
Hi,
Here we
Jonathan.
go. Wait, Uncle. Wait. Uncle Jonathan. Let's do it. Talk to us.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2. The Ruins of Alder League contains remnant encounters that can grant you a huge variety of rewards. Among these are Kalguran skills, fusions of Kalguran rune shapes and Rayclast magic that are powered by your runic ward instead of mana. They also don't have...
Wait. Repulsion. Spell, attack, AoE trigger, physical duration, repeatable. Costs 11 ward. Not bad. Target an area and curse enemies within with a Verisium rune, inflicting them with fragility. Hitting these enemies causes the curse to trigger an explosion to deal damage in an area and apply significant knockback. Okay. With more stun build-up based on the fragility on the target hit. Applies after 1.5 seconds delay. Curse does not apply to enemies above level 20. Curse duration is 6 seconds. Curse applies to fragility. Bitter Dead, level 1, cost 15 ward, 0.75 cast time. Spend ward and target an area, transforming corpses into bitter cores that seek out enemies and chill enemies near them. The core explodes at the end of their duration, creating runes which deal additional cold damage over time. Wait, this is not bad. Transforming corpses into bitter cores that seek out enemies and chill enemies near them. The cores explode at the end of their duration, creating runes which deal additional cold damage over time. This is not bad. They show them later as well? Okay.
Meaning they can be used with any class. You'll need to plan your ward costs around them, but with the right armor, and maybe a rune or two, you can augment your character with runic might. Or even make a build dedicated to these new skills. Raise chilling volatile orbs with Bitter Dead, which spends ward to create chilling cores to seek out your enemies and explode them, also dealing damage and leaving behind a rune that deals cold damage over time. Exploding the corpses of enemies after they're dead might feel a little ancient. Instead, detonate your foes while they're still alive, causing enemies hit with detonate living that are under the cull threshold to immediately explode.
I've already, already see two spells that we can definitely use. But not with Hollow Palm, because don't forget the ward is going to sacrifice Evasion Energy Shield. And that's going to harm your Hollow Palm.
Conductive Runes spends ward to create a number of runes in front of you. After arming, these hazardous runes will explode when stepped on by
What is this, Teemo?
an enemy, dealing lightning attack damage and causing electrocution buildup. This skill excels in getting you out of your current predicament, incapacitating pursuers or getting you out of a tight corner. Rune
I found an error in the build. Oh, it's not an error, bro. It's socketable in 0.5. I just added it there because that guide's for 0.5. But unfortunately, we cannot test it now. Batter, I think it will replace the overlay apps and Sidekick and everything. That's the whole point of adding it in the game. I'm excited to see if it's going to be good. So global increases and everything doesn't affect it. Yeah, but ward is going to sacrifice the flat evasion and energy shield on your armor to give you ward, which means it's going to lower the evasion and energy shield on the body armor, which is going to lower the HPT scale.
Forged Blade spends ward to make supported
Right.
skills fire projectiles after fully armor breaking an enemy. Investing into projectile modifiers like Pierce or Chain will boost it even further. Eternal March taps into your reserves of Runic Ward to instantly restore your dead minions to life. Use it as a
Revive minions with total maximum life equal to 20 times the runic war spent. I see.
panic button when a boss crushes your army into dust, or even provide more fuel for minion explosions. Just be careful, as spending this much ward will leave you vulnerable. If you want to cosplay a turtle without holding a pesky shield, Runic Reprieve has you covered, literally. This channeled spell behaves quite similarly to raising your shield, blocking all hits you take. It even protects your back. However, every time you're hit, your ward depletes, and you can't recover it while channeling. Additionally, every hit causes heavy stun buildup on you, just like raising your shield. Sometimes what's buried in the past can still hurt you. Fragments of the Past creates a Verisium volcano, which spews ice fragments around you for a duration. This is an excellent way to augment your ice fragment builds, complementing your Wolf's Cross Slash or a Freezing Salvo ice build, as well as others. This is an
Fragments of the Past. Attack. AoE projectile trigger sustained cold duration. 59 ward spend. Attack speed 60% of the base. Attack damage 204%. Spend Runic Ward to create a Verisium Volcano that deals damage on initial eruption and triggers ice fragments. So this is going to be channeling. And what, every second, that's going to be 59 ward. Eruption radius is 1.2 meters. Limit 1 volcano. Volcano duration is 8 seconds. Initial eruption triggers ice fragments with 2 additional projectiles. Triggers ice fragments every 0.5 seconds. Interesting. Very interesting, dude. It's very cool. To be completely honest, I think that this here is going to be a spell that we either use in two ways. My initial thoughts, I need to think about this. I need to theory craft it or whatever. But my first initial thoughts, and let me know what you guys think about it, is that either you will be using a completely different thing to clear out the maps, and you're going to keep fragments of the past for boss fights, or you're going to build the whole thing around this. And if you do build around this, your mapping is going to be a little bit slow, because if you think about it, you have an alternative, which is Hollow Form, where you still need to channel, but while you're channeling, shit happens, which is the Kagabujino Jutsu thing, right? These are my initial thoughts, but we need to see. I do believe that this is going to be overpowered, but I think it's going to be pretty slow for mapping.
It's a Verisium volcano, which spews ice fragments around you for a duration. This is an excellent way to augment your ice fragment builds.
But something like this, what they're showcasing here, this is a prime example of what I was thinking about. Like Wolf, something with Wolf with the Lunar Blessing and the Lunar Assault and all that shit with the ice fragments and everything. Volcano is perfect for a boss fight, I would say. Yeah, exactly.
Implementing your Wolf's Cross Slash or a Freezing Salvo ice build, as well as others.
And this, Freezing Salvo. Yeah, the Skyfall, that I was about to say, I wanted to finish let me just finish this.
Try out these Kalgurian.
Okay, so we finished. Okay, cool. I do believe that Skyfall looks really good. This one right here. Where is Skyfall? This. Yep. That shit that you just saw right there on the right. This thing. Nope, that's not the thing. This is the thing right here. Oh, it's still... Huh. Okay, maybe skill speed on that, because it's pretty slow whenever you use the skill. This is pretty cool. I like the Skyfall. I really like Bitter Dead as well. It is slow. Yeah, it is slow, but I think cast speed is going to fix it. It's behind, you cannot see. No, there's nothing. They're no showcasing the thing. That's just an item. Bitter Dead, I really like Bitter Dead as well. It's pretty cool.
A rune that deals cold damage over time.
I like that.
Exploding the
I can see this. I can see this in our build. I'm not kidding. I can definitely see this in our build. But it's also spending 15 ward as well. Bro, I honestly I can see this shit in the build. If we have calling on charge staff, and this is gonna help with the calling and everything, don't forget that one of the bells, if I'm not mistaken, is callable. Am I right? Am I remembering shit correctly, or am I just yapping for no reason? Wait, this is the old version. Where is the new version? Yep, I remember it correctly. The bells are themselves already always primed for stun. They can be called, and hits against them are always critical hits. Spend ward and target an enemy, an area, transforming corpses into bitter cores that seek out enemies and chill enemies near them. The cores explode at the end of their duration, creating runes, whatever. So this is Bitter Dead. What is the calling thing? Is this the calling thing?
Spends ward with attribute requirements.
Oh, it's Living Detonate that I thought about. Yeah, with calling. This is cool. This is not bad, but let me see Living Dead again.
Foes while they're still alive,
yep.
Causing enemies hit with Detonate Living that are under the cull threshold.
Okay, so here's a question. Highlight enemies under the call threshold. Yeah, that's not... Never mind. Okay. This could also be cool. The other one, Bitter Dead, could be nice if we added into something like Reaper's Invocation. If we add Bitter Dead into Reaper's Invocation, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what this could do. Imagine you flying around with Shattering, the bells, and Ice Strike and all that shit, and then automatically it does Bitter Dead to everything. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, these are not bad. Yeah, the only issue is that I think the new items, let me just see if they show it here. The new items are going to decrease our evasion. Yeah, you see? It decreases the armor base, so it can give you 120 runic ward, and the same shit is going to happen to evasion energy shield. Yeah. You want me to explain the Ice Strike rotation? Which one? Level 41 or... I mean, everything should be written here. Did I forget to write it? Shatter Palm, Ice Strike, Shatter Palm, Ice Strike for AoE. Frost Bomb, Pounce onto the boss. Because Pounce, if you see, has Freezing Mark and Mark of Siphoning. So you want to pounce onto the boss. That's going to give you the Freezing Mark. And the Siphon is going to give you Leeching for mana. But yeah, all skill rotations are here, bud. Yep. Oh, you didn't see? No worries, man. Yeah, of course. Everything is here. Alrighty. And that's the videos. Pretty good stuff, man. And apparently we have drama. I think I have time for one more video here. Wait, what's happening? Wait, Farmer's in now? Spicy? Bro, I don't think this is real, Celestina. Is this real? I don't think this is real. I think they're just beefing for the sake of beefing. Right? Just for fun, I think. Am I missing something? Is Celestina here? Can you give me context? Oh, it's a funny one? Okay. Yeah, I knew it. I can't hear anything.
They're complaining anyways, buddy. Hey, Farmer. Hey, buddy. How many people are going to be complaining when you hype up your league starter that you quit in T4 maps and then go sit in your hideout all league? All right, how many people are going to be complaining then?
Okay. No, this is spicy. I'm going to play it again so you can see who we're watching here, but let me just move.
They're complaining. Anyways, buddy. Hey, farmer. Hey, buddy. How many people are going to be complaining when you hype up your league starter that you quit in T4 maps and then go sit in your hideout all league? All right. How many people are going to be complaining then?
Okay. I mean, I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know why there's drama. Is what it is. I mean, that was a small drama compared to the other one. Farmer hasn't managed to get his monk build going very well at all. Didn't make it even to my list of monk builds to consider. It's okay, man. It's okay. He's gonna figure it out. I think I think almost all creators have had like bad builds in leagues. Like, I'll give you an example. You guys remember what happened in 0.4 with me? I started the wolf. You guys remember that? You guys remember that I wanted to destroy my monitor early maps? Were you guys here for that? We managed to eventually get it somewhat online, but he finally got in a call with Corbin yesterday and got some guidance. It's been hard to watch him struggle though. Bro, it's okay, dude. I mean, bro, honestly, I have never spoken to Farmer apart from the race. Whenever we did the race, I don't know the guy personally. I never spoke to him online or whatever. But he's one of the best crafters. I would say one of the brains of crafting that I would consider good in crafting. His guides are brilliant for crafting. He is a crafting main. And he has really good builds. Just because in 0.5 his build didn't work out the way that everybody was expecting him to work it out, I mean, it just says a lot about his building skills if you think about it. If we all have the expectation that, oh, okay, Farmer's doing a monk, it's going to work, that means that he's doing something right? So it's okay, man. It is what it is. People are saying, Farmer, just copy the others and make it worse. Bro, people are going to say for everybody something. It's okay. Don't think about it. Just judge with your own knowledge of what you know about the person. If you care about his feedback of crafting, then you follow him for crafting. It's whatever, man. People are always going to be bitching for one thing or another thing, or there are a lot of creators, exactly what Demelia said. There are so many creators that are trying to create their own builds, myself included. I'm not that special. I'm just doing the same shit that everybody else is doing. We're all trying to be unique, and 95% are failing, myself included, because it's very hard to be unique, because you want to play a build like Whirling Assault. There's only so many ways that you're going to play Whirling Assault. And then whenever you play Whirling Assault on a monk, you know what you're going to hear? People are going to say, oh, you're shit. You should have gone to Titan or Lich or Smith of Kitava. So people are encouraging people to go to the basic builds and the basic paths that they think are the ones that work. You know what I mean? And there's like few creators that create some meme builds that are super insanely creative. And to be completely honest, how many of you are playing those meme creative builds? Surely POE2 Ninja says otherwise. If you're like in that 5 or 6 or 7% of the builds, of the people that play the meme and creative builds, then good on you. Cool. But I mean, you cannot, honestly, and I'm not targeting anyone here. I'm talking about myself as well, right? Because for those of you who know me over the months and the years that you've been here, for example, you know that I always try and place myself as a viewer first and a player first, and then as a content creator. I don't give a shit that I'm a content creator. I shouldn't have more of an opinion than anybody else, right? I've always said that. I'm always going to say that. But if I think about it as a player, I cannot be bitching about people creating builds that are copying others or not as creative if the only builds that I'm willing to play are the meta builds. Like, I mean, choose a lane, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, dude, if you take 2,000 creators and you split them all to create builds, how many categories are you going to get? 10? Sure, there's 10 classes. Within those 10 categories, you have like 100 to 200 creators creating builds for the same class. Don't you think that 80 or 90% of those guys are going to have similar builds? It's one tree, bro. It's one tree with one progression on the tree. You know what I mean? I mean, you're a monk. Where are you going to go? Depending on the build, obviously, you're going to go to the right. How many options are there? Like, if I'm playing Ice Strike, I know I need attack speed. Am I not going to get tenfold attacks? What am I going to get? AoE? Of course I'm not going to get AoE. You know what I mean? So it's... Of course the builds are going to... Bro, you know what? Can anybody give me like a build from Corbin or some other monk that I know are super good to see what they're doing? I have no idea what he's doing. What is he playing? Flicker Strike? Falling Thunder? Tech with the Wyvern probably for campaign? What else can I guess? Endgame, he's going to probably do... I don't know if he's a Whirling Assault player. I know that he loves Falling Thunder. I know that he loves Flicker. He's Falling Thunder. Okay. How is his tree? Oh, you send it. Beautiful. Let me see it. All right. Yep. Perfect guide as always, of course. A shit ton of information here. What is he playing? Falling Thunder, Bell, Bonk. Yep. What about Endgame? Oh, that is the Endgame. Falling Thunder, Nova Projectiles, Ricochet, Culmination, Perpetual Charge, Freeze. Okay. This is proof, man. Look at this. Whirling Assault, Magnified, Rage, Ancestral, Blindside, Culmination, Prolonged. Holy shit, dude. And what's the... Before I pop up mine, what's the tree looking like? Oh, shocker. Look at that. You're going to get the evasion nodes. You're going to get yourself Step Like Mist. Yeah. Moment of Truth, the charges, Conservative Casting, the other crit nodes here. Let me guess. Yep. Oh, he's going CI. Cool. He's not going Hollow Palm. Nice. So we have some differences. He's getting the new cluster. Shocker. Daze, of course. Crit. Yep. He's not going for Coming Calamity. Cool. Where's my build? Here's my build. So he's playing Whirling Assault. Okay. Well, look at that. What are the differences here? Conservative Casting, Truth. Yeah, you see what I mean, man? I mean, there's not much that you could do, bro. There's not much that you could do. And look at the skills. He's got Nova Projectiles, Ricochet, Culmination, Perpetual Charge on Falling Thunder, and Freeze. What do I put? Fist of War, Pinpoint Critical, Nova Projectiles, Ricochet, Perpetual Charge. So 3 out of the 5 are identical. Whirling Assault, I have Ancestral Call, Blindside, Culmination, Rage, and Pinpoint Critical. He has Magnified Area. Okay. Rage, I have Rage. Ancestral Call, I have Ancestral Call. Blindside, I have Blindside. Culmination, he has Culmination. So it's just, what is it? Pinpoint Critical for Magnified Area. This is proof. This is what I'm saying. That all roads are going to lead eventually to the same point. Brilliant guide by Corbin, as always. But the point in all of this is exactly what I said before. So yeah, it's okay, man. It's fine. People are sleeping on Flicker Strike. I am intentionally sleeping on Flicker Strike, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I give you here an option for Flicker Strike. I'm surprised that Corby is not doing Flicker Strike, to be honest. But I'm intentionally sleeping on Flicker Strike. I don't like that ability, and I'm not going to play it just because. But I still give you the option here. How can I apply Ancestral Call on the bell? You want the funny answer? You wait for 0.5. You can't. This is 4.5. I just added it in there. So you know what you're doing in 0.5. Oh, Misso's doing it. Nice. Martial Artist Mantra of Destruction with Alias Lineage Rune is consistent 7 charge flickers. Yeah. I know. It's going to be really good. It's the same ascendancy built around using corners as skills. Without the congruent skills and new stuff, all early builds will look the same, exactly. Flicker is strong in POE2. It is, yeah. Especially in 0.5, it's going to be pretty good with this new ascendancy. Did you see the interaction Tempest Bell with Ice Shot? It seems like a solid bossing setup. True. I'm excited for that as well. How do I find the 0.5 loot filter? You just type in filter, and you're going to get my page, and you just follow that. Basic paths are similar. Yeah. 90% of the time, if someone want to create something unique, there are two outcomes. It doesn't work, and it's dog shit, or it's similar to other builds. Exactly spot on, Bandit. Good. Yep. You think Runic Meridians is bait? Tiny bit. A tiny, tiny little bit. I know that people are going to kill me for saying this, but unless we log in and we level up and we see all the runes, we don't know. But I do believe that a little bit baity. Maybe later on. Maybe when we see the runes, we're going to be able to judge a little bit better. Can't wait for Flicker to get me stuck on an edge and hit an untargetable mob. That and so many other reasons that I don't like that skill. What time are you going to be on for the league? Okay, good question. And I told you guys previously it's going to be a short stream today. I'm super tired. I woke up at 6 a.m. so I can fix absolutely everything. It's currently 9 p.m. for me. 3-hour stream is all you get today, chat, but it's fine. Here are some things that you need to know. Tomorrow, I will start the stream at 5 p.m. UTC. If you don't know that time zone, Google it and what 5 p.m. UTC in your time zone. 5 p.m. UTC, and what's going to happen is the Subathon is going to start, okay? The giveaway is going to start, and after 3 hours, the league is going to start with the brand new drops. So I'm going to start 3 hours earlier so we can be able to finalize our filter, get shit ready, and start with the league. And I cannot be more excited for that, right? So we're going to do that tomorrow at 5 p.m. If you guys are not already entered to our giveaway, make sure that you do. Because whenever it starts tomorrow, we're going to end the giveaway. You're not going to be able to enter. So all the people in there are going to have the chance of winning the $90 supporter packs that I'm going to give tomorrow, okay? Just letting you know, when the giveaway ends, you will no longer be able to enter, okay? Whirling or Ice Strike Scorp. I'm going to play both, K-Hoss. So for you guys to know, I'm going to start tomorrow with Grenades up until 22. Storm Wave is going to be picked up and Hollow Palm Technique at level 22, all the way to 41. At 41, we're going to go Whirling Assault. The reason why, no, it's not much better than Ice Strike. It is a little bit better than Ice Strike, with the sense that you put less effort and it deals more for the campaign. It's going to be an easier clear in the campaign. 41 up until early endgame maps. I'm going to rock the Whirling Assault. Chop, chop. Go to the endgame. The goal is to get to the endgame on the first day. Around the mid section of the endgame, tier 7, 8, somewhere there, I'm going to start collecting shit to transition to Ice Strike. That's the plan right now. That can change tomorrow, okay? If you are interested in following Monk, if you're going to create a Monk, follow my guide. It has full details of absolutely everything. You're going to see more than 1,000 people have already favored it. If you favor it, it's going to be stuck in Mobalytics. You're going to be able to save it and all that stuff. You're going to be able to add this, import it into POE2. And also, if you give a shit about the glove conversions, whether you're a crafter or a monk main or whatever, I have a guide for that as well. You can find everything in there. That's basically it, chat. Tomorrow is going to be an insane day for me as well, because we're going to do a full-on, for the first time, Subathon. And I'm super excited for it. I have no idea how many days we're going to go for the Subathon, but it's going to be really exciting. On Sunday, last but not least, we have a massive podcast with Talkative Try here live while we're doing the Subathon, the giveaway. Everything is going to happen at the same time. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I need to go rest, prepare everything, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so very much for the support and everything. Have an amazing rest. Groceries, get your energy drinks, or be a little bit healthier and get other shit. Sleep well, eat well, and bruh, we are ready to go nuts tomorrow. I'm going to send you over to my boy Blaze. Say hi to him, follow him, everything. If you care about SSF and hardcore, he's your guy. And I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Peace out, chat. Much love to all of you. Remember, 5 p.m. UTC, I will start the stream and the Subathon starts. 5 p.m. UTC. Good night. Good day. See you guys. Peace out. Much love. Bye-bye.